Welcome back to the Softonic Roundup for August 17th. This week we look at the company formerly known as Google, check in on Windows 10, wonder how safe our security really is, and have some fun with some games. Last week we had the shock announcement that the company we used to know as Google is going to start being known as Alphabet. Not that Google will cease to exist. Instead, Alphabet is going to act as a parent company to the internet giant, allowing it to focus on its core products like the Google OS and Gmail, while other teams work on other initiatives such as drones, fiber optics, self-driving cars and science. Somewhat ironically, the first thing most startups do when beginning a new venture, Alphabet seem to have forgotten to do. And that is to Google their proposed name. It turns out that Alphabet.com already belongs to the car giant BMW, and they aren't selling. In Windows 10 news last week, it seems that the OS has been downloaded to 50 million machines and devices. The popularity of Windows 10 also seems to have made Microsoft incredibly productive, with them putting out their third update just 3 days after the second. Details on what this fixes exactly are slim, but we do ponder why another update was necessary so quickly. Microsoft has also just released a version of its new OS for Raspberry Pi 2 and other small devices, known as Windows 10 IoT Core. The official website for this is already showing off some of what the OS can do, including powering a robotic opponent for a game of air hockey. Check out the link in the description below to see more of the interesting projects being made possible through this OS. The Russian security giant Kaspersky also made headlines last week, and not just because it's just released its 2016 update. Two former Kaspersky employees spoke with Reuters news agency, alleging that the Russian company believed that its competitors were copying their code and then creating their own. To combat this and discredit its rivals, Kaspersky set about misleading Virus Total into believing that benign PC files were dangerous, tricking their competitors' virus checkers into deleting them. Kaspersky refutes these claims, but investigations are now underway. Finally, in lighter news this week, let's talk games. Fallout Shelter is now out for Android. After releasing on iOS 2 months ago, more people are now finally able to enjoy this addictive post-apocalyptic time management game. If you'd rather watch games than play them, then Twitch has you covered with the new channel Twitch Plays Dark Souls. This sees people logging into the video streaming service to play the game, as writing inputs into the chat window affect the on-screen character movements. But with a huge delay, things are going comically badly as the unfortunate hero is failing time and time again to even make it past the first enemy. And that's after 3.5 days. The last Twitch plays that had me this excited was the Pokemon Red one, and that took close on 16.5 days to finish. This one looks like it could keep me going for the rest of the year. See you next week with more tech news. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you then.